work of art in the Age of
Metaverse Reproduction.
Essay 14.
The generation of digital imagery,
Especially
when employing artificial intelligences,
offers a hitherto unimaginable spectacle. It presents a process in which it is impossible to assign to the spectator a single viewpoint, which would exclude from his or her field of vision the equipment not directly involved in the action being filmed,
the screen, the code, the application,
and so forth, unless
said image is reproduced and exhibited in physical format.
this circumstance, more than any other, makes any resemblance between
AI art
and
traditional artworks.
superficial and irrelevant. In principle,
Screen implies
position from which the
image being viewed,
cannot easily be detected as
generative.
there is no such position.
In practice,
The illusory nature of
generative digital imagery,
is of the second degree. It is the result of
prompting and
editing. That is to say,
on-screen.
the apparatus has penetrated so deeply into reality that a pure view of that reality, free of the foreign body of equipment, is the result of a special procedure, namely,
The transparent acknowledgement of the role played by the very apparatus when exhibited.
the equipment-free aspect of reality has here become the height of artifice and the vision of
Convincing.
reality, the
End of the rainbow.
in the land of technology. This
Screen-bound
state of affairs, which contrasts so sharply with that which one obtains in the
gallery,
can
thus.
be compared even more instructively to the situation in painting. Here we have to pose the question, how does the
Prompter,
compare with the painter? In answer to this, it will be helpful to consider the concept of the
prompter or AI operator.
as it is familiar to us from surgery. The surgeon represents the polar opposite of the magician. The attitude of the magician, who heals a sick person by a laying on of hands, differs from that of the surgeon, who makes an intervention in the patient. The magician maintains the natural distance between himself and the person treated. More precisely, he reduces it slightly by laying on his hands, but increases it greatly by his authority. The surgeon does exactly the reverse. He greatly diminishes the distance from the patient by penetrating the patient's body and increases it only slightly by the caution with which his hand moves among the organs. In short, unlike the magician, traces of whom are still found in the medical practitioner, the surgeon abstains at the decisive moment from confronting his patient person to person. Instead, he penetrates the patient by operating. Magician is to surgeon as painter is to
Prompter,
The painter maintains in his work a natural distance from reality, whereas the
prompter,
penetrates deeply into its.
underlying code.
The images obtained by each differ enormously. The painter's is a total image, whereas that of the
Prompter,
is piecemeal, its manifold parts being assembled according to a new law. Hence, the presentation of reality in
digital imagery.
is incomparably the more significant for people of today, since it provides the equipment-free aspect of reality they
Feel they are.
are entitled to demand from a work of art, and does so precisely on the basis of the most intensive interpenetration of reality with equipment.